This was a historic dog culling. But look at how peaceful it is already. There's no threat of an attack, of someone catching rabies. India accounts for about 35% of all rabies cases in the world. They're said to have culled over 700 dogs. They should have kept going. I'd like to know what day they actually started this culling. And I'm going to make that a holiday here on this channel. This surfaced a few hours ago. It's titled, "Oh Dog, Why Dog Attacks Are on the Rise in India." And look at how they start this off. India does not allow the killing of stray dogs. The same stray dogs that are attacking people every day, ripping kids apart, right? This is why some men take it upon themselves to cull the dogs themselves. They do the research and they see how ridiculous this is. The Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960 makes it illegal to be cruel to animals. There's nothing cruel about culling dogs. It's painless. All they do is fall asleep. To be totally honest, I don't care if they feel pain before they die or not. They don't care when we suffer, when our kids suffer. They don't deserve compassion. It's about safety, doing whatever it takes to create a safe community. This act of 1960, this has to go. Municipal bodies are responsible for no, we don't want no sterilization, don't want no vaccination, extermination only. He said the predatory instincts of dogs are controlled as they have access to food, taken for walks, and kept active. That's a lie. It don't matter if they have access to food or not. They will attack. What are you talking about? Exactly what have you done to prove that all dogs that attack people were hungry before they attacked them? You're just making stuff up. Now you're telling me that a dog that has already eaten will still attack people because it's protecting the territory where it ate? So you feed a dog in an alley somewhere. Now that dog is going to attack everybody who walked through that alley. That's all the more reason dogs should be culled. He suggested that the best thing to do is take food and feed the stray dogs while walking. Feed them as you walk. That way the dogs won't get used to any particular territory. Walking for a distance of 1 to 2 kilometers. No thank you. Feed them a bullet. That's the only thing I'll feed them. Lack of proper training and environment can make these dogs aggressive. What proper training you talking about? So you're saying that they need to be trained to not attack people. You're saying that if they're not trained, they'll be aggressive? That means that the dog being aggressive has nothing to do with the fact that nobody trained it to not be aggressive. The dog was aggressive to begin with. If it requires training to not be aggressive, that means it was aggressive from the jump. It's naturally aggressive. That means it came out the womb aggressive. He said the biggest problem is that dogs are not fed properly and they get less travel. He's saying that that's why people are being attacked in India by stray dogs. Why wouldn't they get enough exercise if they're strays? If a stray dog wants to exercise, there are no walls stopping it. But this guy says the problem is a lack of awareness towards how to live around dogs. Isn't that blaming the victim? Oh, you were attacked because you lack awareness. You don't understand how to live. Or why do we have to live a certain way around dogs just so we won't get attacked by them? That sounds like the perfect creature to exterminate. A woman was killed. This surfaced 23 hours ago. A grandmother. She was likely trying to break up a dog fight between 2 bulldogs when one of the bulldogs attacked her and killed her. She was looking after family dogs at her home. More likely than not, she separated 2 dogs from fighting. The other dog then attacked her, causing fatal injuries. Dogs are deadly creatures. They could attack you at any moment. Don't play dumb and pretend like they're harmless. A life was lost based on pure stupidity. You choose to turn a blind eye to the danger and it gets you attacked. That's on you. But this is an important story to share because a lot of these dog lovers, they think they're safe. They think that dumb dog knows them and that it will never attack them. The dog attacked her unprovoked, and they don't even know if the dogs were fighting. They said likely she separated the dogs from fighting. Mr. Dunn was arrested after his mother's death on suspicion being the owner of a dog dangerously out of control. I'm sure the dog was not dangerously out of control when he bought it. It wasn't in a rampage. It was not attacking anyone. But as soon as the dog attacked someone, suddenly it's a dangerous dog out of control and you're a criminal for being in possession of it. So it sounds like it's smart for you to not acquire them. Experienced dog behaviorist sheds light on preventing dog attacks to children. She says most dog attacks on children are preventable. Yeah, they are preventable by not having the dog around. But she says they're preventable by knowing your dog and knowing your dog's triggers. The bond between owner and dog and making sure your dog is comfortable in the environment they're in so it won't feel the need to lash out is important. So if a dog is uncomfortable outside or in the backyard, it'll attack someone just because it ain't comfortable? Y'all think I'm kidding when I call these people liars. She said about 85% of dog aggression comes from pain. How did she discover that 85% of dog attacks were the result of the dog being in pain? And what database are these people using? Please give us a source. Or are you just running your stupid, goofy mouth, lying, babbling, not putting any research, no time whatsoever? Before I even go live every day, I will spend at least an hour researching, reading. For over 7 years, I've made sure that everything I talk about was backed up by facts, data, logic, and common sense. Here, this is an article about preventing dog attacks to children. And in this same article, you scroll down and you see a child alone with a dog, hugging the dog, doing exactly what trainers and behaviors tell you to never do. There are several articles, many by reputable outlets like the American Kennel Club, who say that dogs don't like to be hugged. Every time a nutter talks about hugging dogs, they tell you don't. And here it is, that's exactly what they decided to promote in this article, and actually shared an image of a child hugging a dog. Now, this is why I say these people need to be arrested. This is a fraudulent profession. They carefully create dangerous environments that are primarily dangerous for kids. And every single time a kid is attacked, they blame the kid. That is so infuriating because I know for a fact she does not have not one reference, not one source. She has nothing. She completely made that up. Kids being around dogs can confuse the dogs. You know you can't prove no dog is confused by the sight of no child. Shut up. Never allow your child to embrace your dog. Can you believe they put that in this article? They made this statement directly underneath a photo of a child embracing a dog. If the dog has made his position clear and the child does not release him, the dog has no other option. So the dog is a victim. More blaming of the victims. And these are child victims. You have to be a sick individual. The usual scenario is nobody's provoking these stupid dogs. They simply attack, unprovoked, without warning. I don't want to hear you explain your imaginary scenarios, nutter.